Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well. So, today we'll be talking about the most important element of computing, that is version control. It is extremely important. I hope you must have worked with Git. If you haven't worked with the Git, today we'll be talking about how you can create your own account on GitHub. So let's understand what the basic concepts about the version control. So it is the best practice for tracking and managing changes to the text and code files. So version control systems such as Git are software tools that help teams manage changes to source code and documentation all the time, right? So it is not only allows you to restore previous version that you have pushed to your GitHub repository files, but it also facilitate the collaboration that you can work with your team member, right? So basically, version control is based for tracking changes in the code, managing the code, allowing multiple people to work on the same source code files without affecting each other's workflow. So it is extremely important to understand how these version controls and few of the most important commands work. So that's what we'll be looking at. So alright, so this is the outline that we'll be working on this particular video. So basically, we'll be looking at how you can create your first repository on GitHub. If you don't have the account on GitHub, you can. I'll post the link on the description down below. You can go ahead and create your own account. We'll also touch on how you can configure your GitHub account to your remote PC or your local computer, right? Then we'll be looking at how you can clone and fork. We'll see like what is the difference between cloning and forking. Basically, if you're working on your own account or project on GitHub, then you can just clone your project to your local PC. And if you talk about, or if you're working with collaboration with other team member and you are working with somebody else's repository, in that case you'll fork that particular project to your own GitHub, and that way you can start working on that particular project, right? We'll be also looking at these basic instructions like branching, merging, how you can pull the request, and then some important Git practices. And at the end, we'll have the exercise option. So it's just like the subsequent to whatever work we'll be doing today. If you have any doubts, you can just put the comments in the comment box down below, and I would like to help you guys. All right, so before starting with the hands-on demo, um, these are the very basic concept I think that can help you guys to understand what exactly we'll be talking about if somebody has no idea about GitHub at all. So I think it can help them. So basically, repository is like creating a project. So it is a location where data and the files are stored and managed on the GitHub. Basically, there are two types of repos, right? So local repos and remote repos. So local repo is like the one you pull on your machine and work on that particular project. And then the remote repo is like the project file stored on the GitHub or any other GitHub hosting service. In a current version of a project after changes have been made. Then comes the push command that we use to update the remote repo that changes from the local repo. Pull command is the update the local repo with changes from the remote repo. Cloning, that is downloading the fresh copy of remote repo on a local machine. So these are the basic concepts or the terms that we'll be using today a lot. All right. So let's get started with the actual demo over here. So people who don't have the account created on the GitHub software, they can go ahead and create their own account. You simply using this particular link, github.com is their official website. It's very simple. Like just have to provide all your personal information, your name, Gmail, and all the stuff. So and easily you can create your GitHub account. For Windows user, you can go ahead and follow these particular commands for um, setting your GitHub on your local machine. For Mac users, basically we'll be using Homebrew. So I'm using Mac, so all the instructions will be on a Mac for this particular video. You can go ahead and install the Homebrew. If you already installed the Homebrew software, you don't need required to do that again. You can just like update the Homebrew using the simple commands like brew update. and then you can go ahead and install using brew. You can install your git brew install git command. Alrighty, all right. So if I click on the github.com, I'll be directed to their official website. um, Here you can see I have already created this particular account for you guys that I can show the demo for you. um, so you can also go ahead and create your own account using really simple steps. um, and then people who are using brew, you can just go on the homebrew's official websites. I would say just like copy whole command, and then you can paste that rather than doing the things in a pieces. And if you are interested, you can go ahead and read up on this particular what does this homebrew do, and you can do all these um, commands one by one as well. But I would say like if you copy this whole command over here, and then just simply if you go to your command, just paste it over here and then hit enter. It will ask you the password, that is your local PC's password. All right, and here you can see that it is asking you to enter that again, and it'll take a while to get installed. So here you can see like our homebrew has been installed successfully again on my PC. You can go ahead and now install your git using brew install git. Here you would see that I have already installed, so it has shown me that reinstall the git with 2.42. All right, so now our git and homebrew is ready on our local machine. Now you can go ahead and configure all the git configuration. So first of all, you'll be doing git config. We'll be doing globally, so double dash global. And since we'll be configuring our name and email ID, so you can pass user.name and followed by your name. So I'm passing Supriya, so you can type up whatever name you is yours. So just hit enter. So it's giving me a warning since I've already passed this particular name, showing that multiple values. But if you pass your name, it will allow you and just won't hit any error. And to configure your email ID, just you can go ahead and configure your email ID just using git config double dash global. Instead of name, you'll type of email, and then followed by that you can pass your email ID over here. Whatever email ID that you have used to create your GitHub account, so just you can pass that. I'll just say like user at the rate like gmail.com, like that. So just type up your email ID and just hit enter, and it will accept these values. We have already installed homebrew, as well as we have installed the github on your local machine using all the commands previously. So let's go ahead on our git account and see how we can create a repository. So if you click on the right corner over here and then just click on your repository, here you can see all the repos that you have already created. Just go ahead and click on this new button, and it will direct you to this particular window. Here you can type up your name of whatever project that you want to create. So just say git demo 2. So we haven't created this demo with the same name, so it's allowing us. If not, like just change the name and you'll be able to do that. Next thing that you can do over here is that like you can add up your description about this particular project. It's optional. It is up to you if you want to write particular description about your project or something like that. About public or private access, you can keep it public or private according to your uh, requirement. You can also add the readme file over here if you want to or not. Like we can create that later on as well. So let's go ahead and hit create repository. and then it will prompt you to this particular one. Now uh, let's go back to, now we have already created this particular project, right? Git demo 2, right? So but we do not have any files created already in this particular project. So one thing that we're gonna do is that we want this particular project on our local machine so that we can create our files, we can modify them, we can work on them, and then we'll be pushing all these files back to our GitHub, right? So let's see how we can do that. First of all, if you can go ahead and create one particular folder where you'll be storing this particular file, so you can just go ahead, let's cd to our desktop. So let's create one of the folder, I would say. So career demo. Let's cd into that file. And if you do ls, you will see like you don't have any files yet, so you can just, let's create one simple file, is that demo, just a simple text file using touch command. um, let's do the demo.txt, and if you do ls now, you'll see that demo.txt file has been created over here. All right, so you have to follow few commands in terms of using GitHub. So first command that you will be using is that git init, just to initialize it. So here you can see that it has initialized the Git repo in this particular at this particular path, right? Next thing that you will be doing is that just you can follow up these particular commands as well that they have shown over here. So if you want to add the readme file, you can go ahead and do that as well. If not, like, you can create that later on. Let's, if you want to push this particular, we can follow this one as well. So just copy this one, copy, paste it over here. So um, here you can see like it is followed up with your github.com and followed by your the particular repo that you have created, that is git demo2.git. So hit enter. Next command that you have to copy is just like git branch. It will create a branch into your main branching. Hit enter, and then simply you have to push this particular repo from your local to your git. All right, so it's showing fail to push some reference. All right, so that's the thing. So whatever text file that we have created, that we have to git add as well. So just git add and pass the name of the file, that is demo.txt. Now you have added this demo.txt file to your git. Now you have to commit this file to your git, right? So you'll be using git commit followed by your message, whatever you'll be passing. Let's say created my first demo, and hit enter. And here you can see like it has created it has one file has been changed and created more demo.txt file. Now you can do one thing, that you can just push that now to your git push you origin, and it has successfully created a main branch and added that particular file to your github, right? So all right, so if you come back to our github account, just refresh this page and you'll see uh, demo.txt file has been added. So first of all, you have to create that particular file, and you have to git add this particular file to github, right? And then you can commit the changes. With commit changes, you can add the whatever message that we have typed up. It is showing over here that you have created your first demo, right? All right, so now we have seen like how you can create your own repo. Next thing that we have to see that how you can clone the repo. Like basically cloning is being used when you have to work the existing project that you want to uh, pull to your local machine, and then you want to do some work and something like that. So in that case you use that particular command, right? So let's look at it like how we can use the cloning method. So do the cd into our desktop first, and then we'll see. So say for example you have already created we have already have some project created on the github and that you want to clone onto your local machine, then you can just simply create a new folder. Let's create new folder that called git clone, hit enter, cd to this git clone. If you see like this folder is empty right now, so simply you have to clone it, like just write a git clone, and then you have to type up this url or whatever https for cloning. You have to just go to your code and copy this http, git clone, paste it over here and hit enter, so it will start cloning that particular project on your local machine. If you now do the ls, you'll see git demo 2 has been uh, copied to your local machine. So this is the file that has been copied to your, this is the project that has been copied to your uh, local machine. All right, so if you, let's cd into this git, and then we'll see demo.txt file, right? All right, so let's understand how you can work on a forking, or you can how you can work on somebody else's project or repo. You can create or clone that particular project on your GitHub account. So, say for example, I have this another account, Git demo, that I have just created for this particular video, and in that particular account, I have created this my demo repo. So I just want this particular repo in my GitHub account. So let's just copy this link and just go to your GitHub account. If you paste that over here, you can see that particular project in your GitHub account, that is the Supriya bundle, right? So but this this project is not yet in my GitHub account, so I need to fork this particular project so that I can clone that in my account, right? So just click on the fork. If you fork that account, uh, it will allow you to fork that particular project to your GitHub account. So here you can see you can create with this particular name. If you want to add a description, you can, or you can just create the fork. So as soon as create the fork, that project will be added to your GitHub account. So if you go to your repository, you can see over here that my demo has been added, and in this particular demo you can see movie.txt file, right? So that's how it works. Right, so we have already seen how we can like fork the project from somebody else's GitHub account and then clone that project to your own repo or your GitHub account that you can again clone to your local machine. So and if you want to work on multiple files together or in a collaboration, you can create multiple branches. So let's look at it how it works. So say for example you have this main branch called main origin branch, and say for example you want to work on multiple files like text file or code file or something like that in a group. If you want to assign one particular file or part of the project to someone, then he or she can create another branch, pull that particular file, and then start working on that up to doing all the work. Then after like they finish doing all the work, they can push back that particular branch to the main branch. So in this way it will the project that has been posted on a main branch, it can run smoothly without any disturbances or anything. um, in when you talk about branching, you can create multiple branches. So as you can see over here, you can create a branch name called bug fix, as well as you can also create a branch called feature, and you can start working on multiple branches over here. So that's the beauty of these GitHub branches and collaboration. All right, so let's come back to your local machines terminal, and then as we already cloned this my demo from, we have forked and clone, and then clone back to this our local machine. So if you go ahead and see that we have this movie.txt file that we have cloned from somebody else's project, uh, we can start working on branches. If you type up git branch over here, you can see we only have like one main branch right now. Let's go ahead and create another branch called git branch bug fix. And now if you check the branch, you'll see like we have two branches over here. Currently we are in main branch, since it is showing this pointer to the big this main branch. If you want to check out to the another branch that we have created, then simply just type up git checkout bug fix, and then it says switch to branch bug fixed. uh, you can check it by again doing branch, and here you can see like bug fix. It is pointing to the fix branch, right? All right, so let's do some changes to this particular file. Say for example, let's add some movie names like imitation Game Thrones, Ring of Blood. All right, so let's save this file. Initially we didn't have like any text in this particular movie.txt file. Now we have this movie.txt in this file. You can go ahead and add this file by saying git add movies.txt. So it has added successfully. Now let's commit the changes. Commit passing sm. Let's pass movie added, hit enter, and here you can see like 3 changes has been added to this particular file. If you go back to our folder, here you can see we already have these files, right? But right now if we check the branch, we are in bug fix branch, right? So let's get back to our main branch. Get check get branch. Now here we can see like we are in main branch. If you go back to our this particular file and open it, so it is showing blank because it was initially blank. So there is no changes has been made to this um, main branch. All the changes are here in this feature, like in this bug fix branch, right? So likewise you can create like another branch saying, or whatever branch you want to create by saying git branch feature. And now if you check git branch, you can see like you have 3 branches right now, right? Okay, so you can point that or you can check out to any particular branch by writing command git checkout and by passing the name of the branch, and you can start working on that particular branch. Now we have already created or worked with this bug fix branch. So let's get back to the fix. So we have committed the changes to into this bug fix branch, but we haven't actually merged that with your to your main branch. So in terms of like adding your work to your main branch, you have to use the merge instructions, right? To merge the bug fix to main, just type git merge bug fix, and it will say git merge bug fix is already up to date. Now if we go back to my demo, and you can see like all this movie.txt file has the name of the movie names that we have already added. So in that way you can like add bug fix file to your, but we are in git branch. Okay. All right, so that is the thing. If you want to merge your bug fix or whatever branch that you have created, if you want to merge that into your main, so you have to check out your main branch first, and then you have to write a command call name git merge, and then pass the branch name over here. So git merge and bug fix, and then it shows like one file change. And if you go back to your folder here, you can see movies.txt file has been showing these three names, which earlier which were showing empty, and now it is showing this one. So if we go back to, so in terms of pushing your whatever work that you have work on your local machine to your main branch or to your GitHub account, you have to just like git push you origin, and then here you can see. So push all the changes from your local machine to your GitHub account. You can simply write up git push you origin, and then all the changes that you have added, like movie names and everything, to your main branch, that can be pushed back to your GitHub account. So if you go back to our this movies.txt file, and then if you refresh it, you can see like movies.txt has these three names that we have added, that imitation games, runs, whatever content that we have added over here. All right. All right, so we have already seen how you can branch and merge your work that you have created apart from your main remote origin branch. So you can just use git push dash u origin, passing your branch name as well to your GitHub. Apart from that, you can also you work with your friends by adding people. You can just go into your setting, go to your this collaboration, and you can add the people if you're facing any issues for the access. um, you can use this get feed get and then followed by get checkout, and then friends branch name as well, to work in a collaboration. All right, so let's look at some important Git practices. Like if you find yourself needing to go back to your previous commits, consider the following situations. So you want to branch off from previous commit while keeping all newer commits intact. This can be done simply by treating the commit ID as a source branch. So this is one of the most beautiful thing about Git. Is that it not only show you your current work, but it also shows you like your previous history or work. You can go back if you feel like you have added something not right for your project. You can just like go back to your previous version. So you can manage your versions and controls. So that's what it is like. Instead of if you want to revert to that commit and discard all changes made since that commit, you can do following like git revert and pass the id or the state. So I think this is a cool feature Git has. um, I think we try to cover almost everything for this, the basic instructions and everything. So uh, I would like to do you. If you do it by yourself, I think you can understand things better. So this is one cool exercise. You can go ahead and do it. So first of all, you can just create your. You can pause this and start working on your own uh, exercise over here. So you can just go ahead and create your public git repository called gitsub. You can name anything you want. You can then clone that repo to your local machine. Then create the branch with your username. um, you can call it like sub movies. You'll be creating another branch called subseries. So you'll be working with two branches. While in the first branch, create a file name, test.txt, and include a list of movies sorted by how much you like them. So that is the first part, and then you can commit and push your branch to the remote origin. In the second branch, create the same file and include a list of TV series sorted by how much you like them. Commit and push your branch to the remote origin. Pull all the branches and merge the branches to the main branch. During merging, decide the combined order of courses and commit and push the main branches to remote origin. Um, I hope you won't have any issues. If you have any issues, please send me comments in the down box below. Hopefully, you like it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you like, please subscribe and like to this video. Thank you so much.